Dozens gather at the state capitol today, rallying for abortion rights across the nation. And that's where we begin tonight. Across the country and here in Madison, pro-choice advocates are standing up for a woman's right to legal abortions.
Today, dozens gathered along State Street in the Capitol Square. NBC 15's Madeline Anderson was there. Madeline?
Well, this afternoon's picket and rally downtown is part of a national call to action. It's in response to abortion restricting legislation in a number of states, from down in Texas to here in Wisconsin.
We're here as a group of concerned citizens. Many of us have just met today, but we're all concerned about the same issue, and we're here to demand reproductive rights for women.
What I'm out here doing right now is protesting not only the bill that Scott Walker signed into law recently that was enabled the abortion restrictions, but also the laws that were enacted in Texas, the ones that are being pushed through in North Carolina.
The requirements on doctors having rights at nearby hospitals, that's another way to limit the access of women to these clinics, because not everyone has that access.
It's terrifying. It has become a liability to be a woman with a functional reproductive system in this country.
I don't normally consider myself to be an activist. I try to keep my head down most of the time, but it's gotten to the point now where it seems like the governments all over the country just aren't even listening to their constituents anymore. And when you've exhausted all other options, you go into the street and you start making noise.
I think it's really important and really inspiring that this many people have come out today to defend abortion.
For some people, the thing that they need to remain healthy is to terminate an unhealthy or an unwanted pregnancy.
It's important that everyone pays attention to these kinds of issues because you never know when it will affect you.
We need abortion on demand without apology in order to have equal rights for women in this country.
Women, stand and fight.
Now, a federal judge has temporarily blocked the new Wisconsin abortion law Governor Walker signed into law this month. But he told reporters today he's confident the provision of it that requires abortion doctors to have admitting privileges at nearby hospitals will ultimately be upheld in court. I also spoke on the phone this afternoon with the legislative director of Wisconsin Right to Life. She says the law is in women's best interest, and only abortion providers are to blame if their doctors don't have that access.
That's a pretty bad reflection on the abortion industry when their doctors are unable to get admitting privileges. It's time for them to step up to the plate and to make sure that they hire physicians, that they're competent, and one way of testing that they're competent is that they can qualify to get medical admitting privileges at hospitals.
Now, U.S. District Judge William Conley has a hearing scheduled for Wednesday on a motion by the law's opponents for a preliminary injunction.